Well, today it's just Joe. You gotta accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, and don't mess with Mr. In Between. You gotta spread joy to the maximum, bring gloom down to the minimum, and have faith, or pandemonium is liable to walk upon the scene. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the whale, Noah and the ark. What did they do just when everything seemed so dark? They said you gotta accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, and latch on to the affirmative, and don't mess with Mr. In Between. Dance break. You know how I love those dance breaks. Hold on 1 second, I'm gonna fix something. You think it's just me. I should be ready, right? I should be ready for this. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the whale, Noah and the ark. What did they do just when everything seemed so dark? Man, they said you gotta accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, and latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. Hello, my name is Joe Regan. Sort of like, romper room. I'm going to look through the glass to see what you look like. So guys, I have been doing virtual piano bar shows on Fridays since May 5th. And I've had the opportunity to sing with tons of really great people as guests. And I have had only one other time that I got a chance to do a show by myself. And I'm used to playing in piano bars from like 9 p.m. until 3 a.m. where like I have to play and play and play and sing and sing and sing, because singers are only able to get up and do 3 songs and then go back to work, and then get up and do 3 songs and go back to work. So I gotta sing tons for like 5 or 6 hours. But for this, I haven't had to do that. So the requests have been building up over time. So I'm gonna do a couple of requests that people have asked for. And you're gonna say, like, what kind of requests are these? But you'll see. The first one is a Johnny Mercer one. We meet, and the angels sing. The angels sing the sweetest song I've ever heard. You speak, and the angels sing. Or am I breathing music into every word? Suddenly the setting is strange. I can see music in moonlight beaming, silver waves that break on some undiscovered shore. Then suddenly I see it all change. Long winter nights with the candles gleaming, through your eyes a face that I adore. You smile and the angels sing, and though it's just a gentle murmur at the start, we kiss and the angels sing and bring their music ringing in my heart. Dance break, of course. setting is strange. I can see water and moonlight gleaming, silver waves that break on some undiscovered shore. Then suddenly I see it all change. Long winter nights with the candles gleaming. Through it all your face that I adore. You smile and the angels sing, and though it's just a gentle murmur at the start, we kiss and the angels sing and leave their music ringing in my heart. You see, people always say to me, like, why do you say things like ha ha and hee hee and things after you've finished playing? And I say, because I'm insecure with a lack of an audience. I want to hear an audience rumble and roar and say something, and because with virtual, you don't get a chance to hear that. Although, as live performance, I get a chance to play at Don't Tell Mama on Tuesday evenings from outdoor piano bar from 5 p.m. until 10 p.m. And when I do, the audience is there, so I keep making these bizarre sounds, and people are like, what's the matter with him? You know, what's the matter with me? There's always something the matter with me. All right, so I told you about that woman that lived next door, Mrs. McCluskey. She drank. She was my grandparents' neighbor. She had a piano, but her piano, believe it or not, was also a player piano. And everyone would be sitting around watching sometimes the player piano be going, like, and it would be whatever song would be happening. Like, she'd be, the song that would be playing one time was a song called Cherry Pink and Apple Blossom White. It was a pop song from like the 19-teens, 1920s, and she just loved it. It went. And she'd sing along. It's cherry pink and apple blossom white when your true lover comes your way. It's cherry pink and apple blossom white, the poets say. So, and she's listening to this and listening to it. So finally I said, oh, that's a nice song, that's a nice song. And so like somebody said, like, oh, Joe, do you think you could play what the piano just played? Well, it was a very simple tune, so I was able to go. So she says, okay, well, why don't we turn on the the piano, the player piano, and you play at the same time that the player piano is going. So I thought, well, why have two people playing at really, the piano plays itself, and then on top of it, they wanted me to play. So it starts, but unfortunately, she said it so it went too fast, so it went. This is how it happened. It's cherry pink and apple blossom white when your true lover comes your way. It's cherry pink and apple blossom white, the poets say. The story goes that once a cherry tree beside an apple tree did grow, and there a boy once met his bride to be long, long ago. The boy looked into her eyes, it was a sight to enthrall. The breezes turned to their sides, the blossoms started to fall, and when they gently caressed, the pleasure started to find, and then the beauty so little time, and that is why the poet's always right. When there's a new moon up above, cherry pink and apple blossom white, when you're in love. Turn it down. The boy looked into her eyes, it was a sight to enthrall. The breezes joined at their sides, the blossoms started to fall. And when they gently caressed, the boy looked to find the branches of the trees were to find. And that is why the poet's always right. When there's a new moon up above, it's cherry pink and apple blossom white, when you're in love. That was for my sister, who said, play cherry pink and apple blossom white, just like you did that time at Mrs. McCluskey's house. And she was drunk, and she said, oh, Joe, you're so wonderful. Oh my God. I don't know why this request came in. I know why this request came in. But with my apologies to Michael Dundon, I was alright for a while. I could smile for a while. when I saw you last night, you held my hand so tight. When you stopped to say hello, and though you wished me well, you couldn't tell that I'd been crying over you, crying over you. When you said so long, left me standing all alone, alone and crying, 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 crying. It's hard to understand that the touch of your hand can get me crying. I thought that I was over you, but it's true, so true. I love you even more than I did before. But darling, what can I do? For you don't love me, and I'll always be crying over you, crying over you. Yes, now you're gone, and from this moment on, I'll be crying, 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 crying over you. I don't know why. Okay, this song, I learned this song around the time, what was that show? It was called The Weakest Link. Remember that, the show The Weakest Link? And at the very end of every episode, or when if somebody would leave, the mean red-headed woman would say, "You are the weakest link, goodbye." And I thought, oh, that's funny. You are the weakest link, goodbye. So anytime you're going to say goodbye to somebody, I would just think, you were the weakest link, goodbye. And I happened to be learning this song. And at the end, there's a very good joke about you are the weakest link, goodbye. The joke lasted for about a month, and that was that. But oh lo, these 20 years later, I'm going to lay it on you. Why does the sun go on shining? Why does the sea rush to shore? Don't they know it's the end of the world? 'Cause you don't love me anymore. Why do the birds go on singing? Why do the stars glow above? Don't they know it's the end of the world? It ended when I lost your love. I wake up in the morning and I wonder why everything's the same as it was. I can't understand, no, I can't understand why life goes on the way it does. Why does my heart go on beating? Why do these eyes of mine cry? Don't they know it's the end of the world? It ended ended when you said goodbye. It's break. Actually, this song was in a show called The Oil City Symphony, and that's why I had to learn it. I wake up in the morning and I wonder why everything's the same as it was. I can't understand, no I can't understand why life goes on the way it does. Why does my heart go on beating? Why do these eyes of mine cry? Don't they know it's the end of the world? It ended when you said goodbye. It ended when you said, "You are the weakest link." Goodbye. Yeah, the cowbell didn't work there. Okay. I also have a friend who loves the Dean Martin, and she wanted this. Everybody loves somebody sometime. Everybody falls in love somehow. Something in my heart keeps saying that sometime it's now. Everybody finds somebody someplace. There's no telling where love may appear. Something in your eyes keeps saying that someplace it's here. If I had it in my power, I would arrange for every girl to have your charms. Then every minute, every hour, every boy would find what I found in your arms. Oh, everybody loves somebody sometime. And although my drink is overdue, your love made it well worth waiting for someone like you. I said if I had it in my power, I would arrange for every girl to have your charms. Then every minute, every hour, every boy would find what I found in your arms. Oh, everybody loves somebody sometime. And although my dream is overdue, your love made it well worth waiting for someone like you. I forgot to get my drink of water, so I'm just going to get a drink of water really quickly and talk while I do it. Nobody move! You see, you would think that I would have everything I need in place because it's just me, but no. It's delicious. Okay, the next song on the list, I love this song, and I made the foolish mistake of saying one time, I love this next song, but I don't like the way that I sing it. And somebody in the audience said, you sing this song beautifully. Why do you not like the way that you sing it? It's because I am more like I'm more of an actor, and a piano player than I am a singer. I always think so. Like, I don't think I'm a trained singer. So I'm always like, why do people think that I can sing? So when somebody says, "Oh, you have a lovely voice," I'm like, no, I don't know about that. But and this particular song, I love this song, but I said to the audience after I played it, I love the song, but I don't like the way I sing it. Because they requested it. And he said, "I love it anyway, so I want you to do it." So I said, okay. I left my heart in San Francisco, high on a hill. It calls to me to be where little cable cars climb halfway to the stars. The morning fog may chill the air. I don't care, my love waits there. In San Francisco, above the blue and windy sea, when I come home to you, San Francisco, your golden sun will shine for me. All skate. My love waits there in San Francisco, above the blue and windy sea. When I come home to you, San Francisco, your golden sun will shine for me. Okay, and then that song leads into the next song, which was on the Tony Bennett "I Left My Heart in San Francisco" album from 1962. The song right after, you remember listening to albums, and when you would listen to an album, you know, because it was on a record player that went like this, after a song was over, the next song would come up, and you would just sit there and listen to the entire one side of the album before you had to do anything. The next song after "I Left My Heart in San Francisco" was this song, and I loved this song. It's from a musical called All American. It's written by Charles Strauss and Lee Adams. They had written Bye Bye Birdie, and they wrote a very sentimental musical the following year. And this was it. It was called Once Upon a Time. Once upon a time, a girl with moonlight in her eyes put her hand in mine and said she loved me so. But that was once upon a time, very long ago. Once upon a hill, we sat beneath a willow tree, counting all the stars and waiting for the dawn. But that was once upon a time. Now that tree is gone. How the breeze rustled through her hair. How we always laughed as though tomorrow wasn't there. We were young and didn't have a care. Where did it go? Once upon a time, the world was sweeter than we knew. Everything was ours. How happy we were then. But somehow once upon a time never comes again. How the breeze rustled through her hair. How we always laughed as though tomorrow wasn't there. We were young and didn't have a care. Where did it go? Once upon a time, the world was sweeter than we knew. Everything was ours. How happy we were then. But somehow once upon a time never comes again. And that concludes the Tony Bennett, I Left My Heart in San Francisco part of it. Okay, now, the next song, I used to play at a place called Judy's in Chelsea many, many moons ago, and there was a person who was an extreme Cole Porter fan, and he loved to hear the song, the night is young, the skies are clear, and if you want to go walking, dear, it's delightful, it's delicious, it's lovely. The Cole Porter song, it's lovely. It's been put into, a whole bunch of shows. It was originally from Do Barry Was a Lady, but then it was put into Anything Goes, and like all these different shows. And it was also in Red Hot and Blue, believe it or not. But in this particular song, the story, the guy he's trying to woo a girl he wants to woo her to date him. So he's wooing her to date him, and he tries to tell her the whole story of, what do you mean I've been marked down? I've been kidnapped by Kmart. Susie says I've been marked down. Imagine if you're trying to date somebody, and your way of trying to date them is to explain to them, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to take you out, and then we're going to get married, and then we're going to have children, and then we're going to live this whole life. And so he tries to woo her in this particular way. I think it's a lovely song. I feel the sudden urge to sing a kind of ditty that invokes the spring. So control your desire to curse. Why I crucify this verse? This verse I've started seems to be the tin pan antithesis of melody. So I'll spare you all the pain. I'll skip the darn thing and sing the refrain. Me, 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 re, 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 do, so, la, so, fa, ti. Take it away, the night is young, the skies are clear. And if you wanna go walking, dear, it's delightful, it's delicious, it's lovely. I understand the reason why you're sentimental, cause so am I. It's delightful, it's delicious, it's lovely. You can tell at a glance what a swell night this is for romance. You can hear dear Mother Nature murmuring low. Let yourself go, so please be sweet, my chickadee. When I kiss you, please say to me, it's delightful, it's delicious, it's delectable, it's delirious, it's the lemon, it's the lemon, it's deluxe, it's the lovely. That's the first verse of 5. Time marches on, and soon it's plain. You've won my heart and I've lost my brain. It's delightful, it's delicious, it's the lovely. Life seems so sweet that we decide it's in the bag to get unified. It's delightful, it's delicious, it's the lovely. See that crowd in that church. See that proud parson propped on his perch. Get the sweet beat of that organ sealing our doom. Here comes the groom boom. Here they cheer and here they smile as we go galloping down the aisle. It's divine dear, it's divine dear, it's the wunderbar, it's the victory, it's the Valop, it's the winner, it's the folks, it's the lovely. Verse 3. The knot is tied, and so we take a few hours off to eat wedding cake. It's delightful, it's delicious, it's the lovely. It feels so fine to be a bride, and how's the groom? Well, he's slightly fried. It's delightful, it's delicious, it's the lovely. To the pop of champagne, off we hop in our plush little plane to a bright light through the darkness cozily calls. Niagara Falls, all's well, my love. And our love's complete, and what a beautiful wedding suite. It's the dreamy, it's the rosy, it's the reverie, it's the rhapsody, it's the regal, it's the royal, it's the Ritz, it's the lovely. Verse 4. We settle down as man and wife to solve this riddle called married life. It's delightful, it's delicious, it's the lovely. We're on the crest, we have no cares, we're just a couple of honey bears. It's delightful, it's delicious, it's the lovely. All's as right as can be, till one night at my window I see an absurd bird with a bundle hung on his nose. Get baby clothes, those eyes of yours are filled with joy. The nurse appears and cries, it's a boy! He's appalling, he's a peerling, he's a pollywog, he's a paragon, he's a Popeye, he's a panic, he's a pip, he's the lovely. Final verse, I promise. Our boy grows up, he's 6 foot free, he's so good looking, he looks just like me. He's delightful, he's delicious, he's the lovely. He's such a hit, this son of ours, that all the dowagers send him flowers. He's delightful, he's delicious, he's the lovely. So sublime is his press that in time Louis B. Mayer, no less, takes a night flight to New York and tells him he should go Hollywood. God today, he gets such pay that Elaine Barry's his fiancé. It's delightful, it's delicious, it's delectable, it's delirious, it's the limit, it's the lemon, it's the lux, it's the lovely. So you want to go on a second date? I think that's a funny song. Alright, that was one of the requests too, because I used to just do the first verse, and the guy would say, you know, you really need to do all the verses. So the next time we're doing this when it's with a Just Joe thing, I will sing for you all of the verses from a song called I'll Take Manhattan, you know. I'll take Manhattan, the Bronx and Staten Island too. It's lovely going through the zoo. That song was written in like 1920, and it has like 7 verses, and he also made me learn all the verses to that song too. So, and if ever I do it, I have to do all the verses. I'm not going to do it now because we will absolutely run out of time. Okay, and now for my favorite song from the Fifth Dimension. So people were saying like, they want you to do a Fifth Dimension song. So of course I was like, can you say, can you picnic? Whoa, can you say, can you picnic? Come on and Surrey, down to a stone soul picnic. That song doesn't go anywhere. It's about drinking and getting high. So I'm going to do a song that Marilyn McCoo sang so beautifully, and I can relate to. La Last night I didn't get to sleep at all. No, no. I lay awake and watched until the morning light washed away the darkness from the lonely night. Oh, last night I got to thinking maybe I should call you up and just forget my foolish pride. I heard your number ringing, then I went cold inside. And last night I didn't get to sleep at all. I know it's not my fault, I did my best. God knows this heart of mine could use a rest. But more and more I find the dreams I left behind are somehow too real to replace. Last night I didn't get to sleep at all. No, no. The sleeping pill I took was just a waste of time. I couldn't close my eyes cause you were on my mind. And last night I didn't get to sleep at all. I thought the idea of taking a sleeping pill because you were upset about a guy was the most romantic thing. And foolishly I told my parents that, and they were like, what the hell is the matter with you? I wasn't allowed to be sophisticated. I know it's not my fault, I did my best. God knows this heart of mine could use a rest. But more and more I find the dreams I left behind are somehow too real to replay. Last night I didn't get to sleep at all. No, no. The sleeping pill I took was just a waste of time. I couldn't close my eyes cause you were on my mind. And last night I didn't get to sleep. No, I didn't get to sleep at all. Okay. Now for the next song. This is a song that people that the regulars at 16 Prospect like to hear. And on Sunday nights, it's one of the 11 o'clock numbers. Written by Marvin Hamlish. Please don't let this feeling end. It's everything I am and everything I want to be. I can see what's mine now, finding out what's true. Since I found you, looking through the eyes of love. Now I can take my time, I can see my life as it comes up, shining now, reaching out to touch you. I can feel so much since I found you, looking through the eyes of love. And now I do believe that even in a storm we'll find sunlight. Knowing you're beside me, I'm alright. Please don't let this feeling end. It might not come again. And I want to remember how it feels to touch you and how I feel so much since I found you, looking through the eyes of love. Dance break. I do not have a problem with touching, Roseanne. And now I do believe that even in a storm we'll find some light. Knowing you're beside me, I'm alright. Please don't let this feeling end. It might not come again, and I want to remember how it feels to touch you, and how I feel so much since I found you, looking through the eyes of love. No touching. Oh, Allison! I was just telling them the story, the text from Virtual Piano Bar. The story of you with the touch me. I should probably do that. Okay, now the next song is another song. I love this song. I hate the way that I sound singing it. But somebody wanted it. Look at me. I'm as helpless as a kitten in a tree, and I feel like I'm clinging to a cloud. I can't understand, I get misty just holding your hand. Walk my way, and 1,000 violins begin to play. Or it may be the sound of your hello, that music I hear. I feel misty whenever you're near. You can say that you're leading me on, but that's just what I want you to do. Can't you see how hopelessly I'm lost? That's why I'm following you. Walk my way, and 1,000 violins begin to play. Or maybe the sound of your hello, that music I hear. I get misty whenever you're near. You can say that you're leading me on, but that's just what I want you to do. Can't you see how hopelessly I'm lost? That's why I'm following you. On my own, would I wander through this wonderland alone? Never wanting my right foot from my left, my hat from my glove. I'm too misty and too much in love. I'm too misty and too much in love. Ha ha! The next request is from the canon of Dorothy Fields. She's one of my very favorite lyricists. I was once in a review with Dorothy Fields' music, and I got a chance to sing this song. And the person who was one of the people that was in that show with me wanted to hear this, so grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worries on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Can you hear that pitter-pat and that happy tune? It's your step. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade. Now I'm not afraid. This rover crossed over. If we never have a cent, I'll be rich as Rockefeller. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade. Now I am not afraid. This rover crossed over. If I never have a cent, I'll be rich as Rockefeller. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. The other song that I had to sing for that review, I have to throw this in. I love this song. It reminds me of the Little Rascals. I'm in the mood for love, simply because you're near me. Funny, but when you're near me, I'm in the mood for love. Heaven is in your eyes, bright as the stars we're under. Oh, is it any wonder I'm in the mood for love? Why stop to think of whether this little dream might fade? We'll put our hearts together. Now we are one. I'm not afraid. If there's a cloud above, if it should rain, we'll let it. But for tonight, forget it. I'm in the mood for love. The other thing I forgot to tell you about this song was that my grandmother, she thought this song was filthy. She was like, I'm in the mood for love. Oh, it's disgusting. I said, Grandma, it's not that kind of love. And she said, yes, it is. Grandparents know these things. Why stop to think of whether this little dream might fade? We'll put our hearts together. Now we are one. I'm not afraid. If there's a cloud above, if it should rain, we'll let it. But for tonight, forget it. I'm in the mood for love. Let me take a sip of my water. I couldn't help that because that was one of the other songs in the Dorothy Fields show. All right, and now a song of love gone wrong. I love songs about love gone wrong. I just love them. I was waltzing with my darling to the Tennessee waltz when an old friend I happened to see. I introduced her to my darling, and while they were dancing, my friend stole my sweetheart from me. I remember the night and that Tennessee waltz. Now I know how much I have lost. Oh, I lost my little darling the night they were playing that beautiful Tennessee waltz. remember the night and the Tennessee Waltz. Now I know how much I have lost. Oh, I lost my little darling the night they were playing the beautiful Tennessee Waltz. Okay. These foolish things remind me of you. These foolish things remind me of a cigarette that bears a lipstick traces, an airline ticket to romantic places, and though my heart has wings, these foolish things remind me of you. A tinkling piano in the next apartment, those stumbling words that told you what my heart meant, a fairground's painted swings, these foolish things remind me of you. You came, you saw, you conquered me. When you did that to me, I knew somehow this had to be. The winds of March that make my heart a dancer, the telephone that rings, but who's to answer? Oh, how the ghost of you clings. These foolish things remind me of you. You came, you saw, you, it's all about you. When you did that to me, I knew somehow this had to be. The winds of March that make my heart a dancer, the telephone that rings, but who's to answer? Oh, how the ghost of you clings. These foolish things remind me of you. These foolish things remind me of you. Remind me of you. Remind me of you. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, the next one is this, I don't like that. The next one is the one that I had to do 10,000 times. So I think I'm going to skip that one. I'm going to do the 50s song. Heavenly sheets of night are falling. It's twilight time. Out of the mist your voice is calling. It's twilight time. When purple-colored curtains mark the end of day, I hear you, my dear, at twilight time. Deepening shadows gather splendor as day is done. Fingers of night will soon surrender the setting sun. I count the moments, darling, till you're here with me. Together at last at twilight time. Here in the afterglow of day, we keep our rendezvous beneath the blue. Here in the sweet and same old way, I fall in love again as I did then. Deep in the dark, your kiss will throw me like like days of old, lighting the spark of love that fills me with dreams untold. Each day I pray for an evening just to be with you, together at last at twilight time. One of the first albums that I ever got was The Platter's Greatest Hits. I thought they were so cool. Here in the afterglow of day, we keep our rendezvous beneath the blue. Here in the sweet and same old way, I fall in love again as I began. Deep in the dark, your kiss will thrill me like days of old, lighting the spark of love that fills me with dreams untold. Each day I pray for evening just to be with you, together at last at twilight time. Okay, and the next song is a request that somebody had for me. They had this played at their wedding, and I always said to myself, I played it for the first time for a show for Susie Spidell, who's going to be my guest next Friday. And but she sang this in a show, and I loved it, and she sang it at the wedding. And I've decided that if I ever got married, I would want this to be at my wedding. And I also would want it to be the end of my show, if I was ever going to do like a show. So this isn't a show, but I can only give you love that lasts forever, and a promise to be near each time you call. And the only heart I own for you and you alone, that's all. That's all. I can only give you country walks in springtime, and a hand to hold when leaves begin to fall, and a love whose burning light will warm the winter night. That's all. That's all. There are those, I am sure, who have told you they would give you the world for a toy. All I have are these arms to enfold you, and a love time can never destroy. If you're wondering what I'm asking in return, dear, you'll be glad to know that my demands are small. Say it's me that you'll adore for now and evermore. That's all. That's all. There are those, I am sure, who have told you they would give you the world for a toy. All I have are these arms to enfold you, and the love time can never destroy. If you're wondering what I'm asking in return, dear, you'll be glad to know that my demands are small. Say it's me that you'll adore for now and evermore. That's all. That's all. Susie Spidell, I'm going to be leaving here and going to a birthday party for Susie Spidell. So everybody sing with me. Happy birthday to Susie Spidell. I'm getting you just like you got your mother last year at the paper mill. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Susie. Happy birthday to you. Susan Spidell will be my guest next week. You guys, thank you so much for coming. I'll see you soon. Send in your requests for the next time I do a Just Joe show.